Hi, I'm Ksenia Alexandrova, and I am sick as a dog. So I'm not in garb for this, but we're going to make Sharlotka, which is an apple cake. And Sharlotka is one of those things that it's not going to taste the way it did in medieval Russia, because I'm not in Russia and I cannot access the actual apples that they would have used in this recipe. And to that point, medieval Russia, Kyvan-Rus, the people would have eaten leftovers from the night before and not made something special just for breakfast. So this is already going above and beyond. But for this recipe, we will need 3 eggs, a cup of sugar. I have celiacs, so we're using gluten-free all-purpose flour, powdered sugar for dusting, and 4 large apples. And we'll be back after this to get started. All right, so the first thing that we need to do with this recipe, other than to cut our apples into 1-inch pieces, is we need to put a cup of sugar into a bowl and then mix with that 3 eggs. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack my eggs into my sugar, and then we're gonna use a hand mixer to cream them all together. Mostly because I am loath to do this by hand. I've tried it before, it does not go well, and I end up with a whole lot less energy than when I started. So, hand mixer. Not sure if I can get this all in frame. We're going for 3 times the volume. So this is gonna take a bit. All right, so we have mixed the 3 eggs with the 1 cup of sugar for about 7-ish minutes or so. Your mileage may vary. And we're going to add 1/3 at a time, a total of 1 cup of sugar into this mixture. We're gonna fold it in. So you just fold it. I can't teach you everything, so fold it in. And the reason you're folding it in is you don't want to destroy all of the air that you just added to your eggs and sugar for the past 7 minutes. God bless Kyvan-Rus housewives who all did this all by hand. I cannot. And Midnight is saying hello. All right, so another 1/3 here. And then what you're gonna do after you have folded in your flour is you're gonna line the bottom of your 9-inch baking dish, whether you were using a pie pan, a square, whatever you're using, it's just 9-inch. You're gonna line that with your apple dice, and then you're gonna pour the cake batter over top of it. And then it goes into a 350-degree oven for 40 minutes. And that's kind of where we are. So just getting this around here. Midnight likes to tell me how much he is displeased with the fact that I am not, in fact, making cat food. I am making human food. Yes, I know. Everybody can hear you. Congratulations. So, this is actually a very simple recipe. Definitely, I don't know if it is necessarily a traditional recipe from the time period. it is a traditional recipe in that it is something that you will find in Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, etc. But like I said in the beginning, in the medieval times, they only ate twice a day. They had a large meal for breakfast, and then they had another large meal for dinner. And breakfast was normally just eating the leftovers from the big meal from the night before. Okay, so we're gonna put the apples at the bottom of this 9-inch square baking dish. There's lots because there's 4 apples here. And then you're just gonna pour the batter over top of it and shake it up so that it covers everything. Just like this. Now I'm gonna bake this tonight, but I am really fading fast. I'm not feeling well like I had stated. And my energy has gone from 50% to 10%, and my battery life is running out fast. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this into the oven, and then we will do essentially the taste test of this video in the morning, because this really is for breakfast. So this probably is a thing that they would have eaten during the Lenten period, for feasts and such in the Russian Orthodox Church. The Domostoi, which, you know, honestly, I have ordered the English translation of the Domostoi. The Domostoi is a great book resource, etc., for how the home should have been run according to probably medieval men, but you know, whatever. It's still a very good resource. It gives a lot of information, and in there, it's not necessarily recipes that they used. It was more just information about foods you would have used and had sitting out for the different feast periods, etc., etc. I feel like this is not evenly distributed throughout my baking dish. So we're gonna go with that. And so I'm gonna put this in the oven, and it'll be 40 minutes. And like I said, we'll taste test it in the morning and let you know the results. I'm still sick and I'm not happy. So we're gonna go ahead and finish. This is what we have going on here. This probably would be better. Ooh, it's still a bit moist. This would probably be better if it was hot, but at the same time, I'm sure it would be fine. My brand new powdered sugar. This just gets sprinkled on the top of it. I don't have a tiny sifter thing right now. It is somewhere in the vast area of storage that we have. So I'm just gonna sprinkle some on top like that and call it done because I'm lazy. So this is an 8-serving thing if you do it in a round dish. I did it in a square dish, so it's gonna be 9 servings. And pretty sure it'll be okay. So let's see, I need to do this in thirds. Huzzah. And there we have it. This is Russian Sharlotka cake. And it is possibly something that my persona Ksenia Alexandrova would have eaten back in the 12th to 13th century when she is supposed to have existed in Kyvan-Rus. I'll have a write-up for it. It'll be on my blog as well as for Smash. Rock on.